Hi, I'm Alfonso, and you're now listening to the Atlantic Marine Podcast, and today we're talking Mastry. Welcome, David Taylor. Please tell us a little bit of Mastry and what you do.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me over.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're here in beautiful Miami, Florida, sunshine, enjoying the boat show. Hey. Life is good, buddy.
Good.
Life is good. Okay, Mastry Engine Center. Mastry Engine Center has been in business over 50 years. Started out as a inboard distributor for motors. Through the years, they picked up Yanmar diesels.
Okay.
So now they're a Yanmar diesel distributor, have been for over 30 years.
Nice.
For marine engines as well as industrial engines for the southeastern United States. Okay, so old company, been around a long time. The relationship with the customers through the years has been very good because they spend a lot of time on training and parts availability, parts distribution, really dedicated to taking care of the customer.
That's nice.
And the proof is in the pudding. They've been there for over 50 years.
Absolutely.
So Suzuki Outboards. About 8 years ago, we saw an opportunity to improve the Suzuki market share in the state of Florida.
Okay.
The Suzuki outboard, we did some customer research. Mm-hmm. We did customers being retail customers, being dealers, being boat manufacturers. And when we talked to all these people, they were all very excited about the quality of the product, okay? We did a short little survey, but on a scale of 1 to 10, when it came to quality of the product, it was in the high 9s, 9.7, 9.8. Wow. But the issue seemed to be when it came to parts availability and service. And it was kind of sad because at that time, 8 years ago, the rating was in the mid-5s. Which is not very good at all, you know.
Right. Bottom of the totem pole.
We felt, boy, what an opportunity for Mastry, because that's our sweet spot. Our sweet spot is, having engines in stock and having parts availability, and not only having service, but having the ability to train people, train technicians on the product.
Very important.
So we went to Suzuki, and it took about 6 months. And we worked out an arrangement where we would have the right for repower centers through the state of Florida, with first right of refusal outside the state of Florida, and to sell to boat builders in Florida.
And for those who don't know, this beautiful gentleman here next to me, his name is Ray Hernandez, and he works hand in hand with David Taylor with Mastry. So he's part of the Atlantic Marine, but is partnered up with David, and they've been working together, pushing a lot of Suzukis. And I want to say congratulations to you two, because you guys have done a hell of a job.
I think it's been like six, maybe 7 years we've been working together.
Yeah, time goes fast when you're having fun.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
So Mastry, huge company based off in Tampa?
Clearwater,
Tampa.
We moved about 2 years ago now. We outgrew the facility we were in. We moved about 7 miles away, but we went over the city line. So now we're in Clearwater.
Clearwater, got it. Beautiful facility. I've been there myself. I'm going to show you some pictures afterwards on it in our video. And you guys have a lot of stock. You guys are getting motors now. Repower centers are taken care of, and that's the real good thing about Mastry. Mastry is a main hub, I want to say.
Absolutely.
That sends outboards to how many repower centers in Florida?
We have 13 now.
13 different repower centers in Florida. And where can we see where all the repower centers are at?
You could go to the website.
At Mastry.com?
Well, SuzukiRepower.com.
SuzukiRepower.com.
Yeah.
And then you would check who's your closest dealer that can take care of you.
Yes.
And
these repower centers, their specialty is service.
Correct.
Okay? We look for people, just like Atlantic Marine, that had a good service reputation. Okay.
Thank you for that.
We're not in the boat business. We're strictly in the engine business, engine distribution business, parts, service, everything that goes along with that. So that's our core business. So we search for facilities that really understood service, that we could help them go on to the next level. You know, what we do in our business plan is we take the work out of them as far as trying to acquire the engines, acquire all the rigging, you know, acquire the marketing, the advertising. So we do that for our repower centers. We let them specialize in what they do well, and that is to repower the boats and service the
the
boats.
customer. Yeah.
Service that
Absolutely.
customer. And we don't want them to stock any engines because we can deliver engines in 1 to 2 days anywhere in Florida, other than the Keys. You know, South Keys,
It's always
you
a
know
little
what that's
difficult to
all
get
about.
And you know what? It's funny because I hear the sales guys say, "Oh no, we got that engine in stock," and they look and like, "Where is it?" "Oh, we have it in stock."
Right, yeah.
We
It's
have
in
it
a
in our
big
warehouse.
warehouse,
Yeah.
and it's a day away.
Yeah,
Well, today, I looked at it this morning. We have like 390 motors in stock.
Nice.
That means 13 repower centers have 390
Nine-
motors
that's
in stock.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, because another important part about it is that, you know, the engines today have gotten very technical, all right? So you have a software level on that engine based on what day it was built. You know, software levels are always changing on these computer things, you know? So you have a software level on the engines, you have a software level on the controls, and a software level on the instrumentation. So you got to be sure that they all talk to each other, you know? So what we do is, and Ray knows well because he gets product from us all the time, but what we do is we're sure that when we ship that repower, the repower center sold a 200 horsepower engine.
Okay.
When we ship him that 200 horsepower engine, along with the engine, he gets the box of all the rigging components he needs for that particular boat that he's repowering. And we make sure all those software levels match. So when he gets that in, he does his thing. I mean, these repower centers, they know what they're doing, so they can go to work and get that thing done, and they don't have to worry about all that.
And not only that, we also have data information of more or less what prop that boat's are ready to take.
Absolutely. So we have the right configuration coming from there. Then we have all the data sheets based on similar boats and the performance of that boat. So it's really easy peasy at that point. This boat, this motor combination goes with this prop for optimal performance.
And I know this because I'm the one that drives these boats, and I'm like, hey, these guys they're getting it pretty right this time.
Every day, almost every day, you're out on the water.
Either I take a bigger prop or one smaller just to double check, but we're pretty much on the money.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much.
90%
Well,
of the
you
time.
know what? Every boat's hair different.
It
You know,
is.
they all come out of a mold. They're all built by humans. And you know what? You know, one might be a little heavier or a little lighter depending on, you know, how much resin they sprayed in it or what have you. So no two beasts are the same, but as you say, they're very close.
Very, very,
They're
very
very,
close.
very close. And what right now we have over 500 performance bulletins
Nice.
on different boats that we have repowered. And you know what we do is we update Ray's file, you know, once a month, once every
At
2
least,
months, when we get another batch of performance bulletins. So when that customer comes in, it's not some salesman just saying, "Oh yeah, this boat's going to run this faster. It's going to use this much
we
fuel."
we have real-time data.
You got real-time
This is-
data, and it's every 500 RPM.
Nice.
So from an idle speed up to the maximum RPM of the engine. And that's important. You know, when you prop these things, a lot of people will say, well, it doesn't matter if my boat turns 6,000 RPM. I never run it that fast. Say, wait a minute. Yeah, time out. It does matter because if it's not turning the proper RPM at full throttle, you're lugging that engine. I don't care if you're running 2,000 RPM.
You're abusing it for no reason.
Yeah, you're lugging that engine. So it's the two most important things on an outboard motor when you install it is that you get the engine at the right height on the transom and you have it turning the proper RPM. Those are the two most important things. And that's why you got to go run these things when you're repowering.
Yeah, that's why we test them on the water.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have to, we
You know,
have to.
Yeah, that ventilation plate on the bottom of that lower unit, it needs to be even with the water.
It
Even
has
with
to
the
be
water.
parallel with the water in order to get the proper performance.
Absolutely.
Even though the customer does not want to run it at 6,000, we want to make sure that he's cruising at the right RPMs for the best performance, fuel economy, and everything else.
What's the future with Suzuki and David? Are we going to expand out of the state of Florida? Are we going to get more repower centers?
Well, it's funny you say that. We just signed a new repower center this past week.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, that east coast of Florida and the central part, there was a spot there we weren't covering. So now we signed somebody in Fort Pierce. Offshore Performance Marine.
Nice.
This guy's a veteran in the marine business. He spent a lot of time at Mercury Marine, and he was on their racing team. Here again, somebody really understands performance and setup and so forth. So we're really pleased to have them join the team. So they'll be at next year's business meeting.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Nice.
Ray likes that, man. We have
I
an
love those
annual
meetings.
business meeting with all 13 repower centers.
Open bar.
Fun is our business is fun.
It's good. Well, congratulations, David. Thank you very much for joining us in this podcast. Thank you, Ray, for being
My
here.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Congratulations. Great success. We are extremely happy to be part of the family with Mastry and with Suzuki Repower. Guys, visit SuzukiRepower.com, put your zip code, see who's the nearest dealer in Florida, and you're going to be taken care of. And remember, when you repower with us, you repower with the whole state of Florida. So no matter where you're at, you need service, you need help, you need whatever it is, parts, we'll take care of you. Atlantic Marine.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate being here. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Have a good one.
Perfect.
Oh!
I got you. I got you.
Did he say it?
Perfect. No, I forgot.
Say it one time there. You got to say perfect. Go.
Perfect.
There you go.